Hey everyone, and welcome to the first review on the channel. We're going to be covering the coveted game of AMF Bowling 2004. Something I know that everybody has been waiting for a review on since 2004. This game was rated E for everyone and was made by Mud Duck Productions. The back of the box just really does this game all of the justice it really needs. Just like Friday Night at the Lanes, they claim. Realistic sound effects that make it seem like you're really there. Full control over how your balls spin and the power of your throw. Multiple gameplay modes including practice and tournament play. Camera replays let you see the action from every angle. Customize your bowler's appearance and your ball's weight, color, and texture. Go head to head against pro bowlers or play against a friend. They also claim that bowling is one of America's most popular sports, and I'm just not 100% sure about that. Inside the case is nothing special. It's pretty much the standard fare. You have the instruction manual, a registration card, and the disc. The disc overall is pretty bland. I mean, it's got some pins on it and the logo. The registration card is kind of funny because the Mud Duck Productions logo is kind of neat. I actually wonder if you sent this in now, could you still register this game? Is that something we could actually do? I just highly doubt that someone at ZeniMax Media is still waiting on Mud Duck Productions registration cards. The instruction booklet is kind of skim, not too much in it. Overall, I mean, you do kind of need to read it though, because the controls of the game are just kind of weird, especially for a bowling game to me. Kind of took me a minute to get my head wrapped around them. The game currently is pretty cheap. I mean, it goes around $3 to $4 between loose and complete. There's really no reason to buy it loose if you can help it. I mean, complete is the same price, so you don't really gain anything from the value of buying it loose versus complete. The press start screen of the game is kind of boring, actually. It's just one guy in an empty bowling alley, bowling by himself in one of America's most popular sports, apparently. It's just an empty bowling alley and a guy just bowling by himself. Not a single soul in sight. The main menu literally has 3 options: start new game, customize, and game options. So many options. I mean, I'm overwhelmed by the plethora of experience I can have in this game. When you open up Start New Game, you have 2 options. You have Open Bowling and Tournament. Open Bowling is where you can train or play against friends in just like a quick game. Whereas Tournament gives you a few options. You can go down and play against the pro bowlers, I assume. When you're actually in the game just seems to cycle through the same 3 songs, if that. It's kind of boring. To be fairly honest, I mean, you would imagine that there would be more than 3 songs to a whole game. The gameplay is pretty monotonous, but I mean, it is bowling, so I don't really know what I could expect from that any more than bowling. The bowling itself is pretty in-depth, which is nice. I mean, once you get the controls down, the spin gives you quite a bit of control over the ball, and the lane has an oil kind of thing to it. I would assume that's probably important for actual bowlers, but I don't bowl, so yeah, I just kind of ignored that. And I don't honestly know if it made a difference. After I threw about 1,000,000 gutter balls, I actually started to get it, and I got a couple strikes and spares, but even once I started getting better at the game, I just didn't find it too fun. Maybe it's because, I'm trying it out solo. I think this game could be kind of funny if you were playing it in a group of people. Not because of the merits of the game itself, but just because I think everybody would be throwing gutter balls and getting pissed off. The Create Your Own Bowler segment was kind of neat. It had a couple funny options, quite a few things you could change for the character itself. Change weight, hair, skin, facial hair, I mean, all sorts of stuff. You can make kind of a funny looking character. Or same with the Create Your Own Ball. There were a couple funny options, you could turn it into an eyeball or a pair of lips, but I mean, nothing spectacular or crazy that would just make the game amazing. But I'll let you guys get a look and feel for the game real quick. I will turn on the game audio and quit talking over it, so you can get a decent look at how the game plays and the same 3 songs that play over and over again. Now that y'all have seen some gameplay and heard some of the music, we'll jump into kind of wrapping up what I think about the game. Overall, I mean, I'm not too crazy about it. The graphics are fine, and that's a plus. I mean, they held up pretty well. I think the lanes and the pins look fine, and overall, the characters look okay. I mean, considering that they were made in 2003. But there's just something about the game that just isn't very fun, and that's maybe on me. I mean, the truth is, I just don't think that realistic simulation of bowling is really all that interesting. I mean, I feel like if I really want to bowl, I'm just going to go to a bowling alley and actually bowl. I feel like maybe trying to port that over to a home feel isn't the best, especially for a sport like bowling. I mean, I can understand wanting to play baseball and creating your own character, basketball, football, but bowling? I mean, I feel like anybody could just go bowl. I mean, it's not some really extravagantly hard thing to do. So one thing I really want to do with this channel is like not focus on like a number rating, like a 1 to 10. I mean, we're just going to go with a thumbs up, thumbs down. Should you play it? Should you not play it? And overall, I have to give AMF Bowling 2004 thumbs down. It's just, there's not enough substance there, and I mean, really, it's just overall a pretty boring game. I mean, that would really explain why it's only like $3, but yeah, at the end of the day, I think we're just going to have to give this one a thumbs down for the first rating on the channel. So thanks for sticking around for our first review. Hopefully you liked it, and tap that subscribe button. It will really help me out, and we'll be back with more reviews in the future.